Jordan.
Hi.
I feel like I haven't seen you at all.
It's that time of year for me.
It is that time of the year. And this is officially the season 2, episode 1.
Mm-hmm.
Our second season.
Second season. Here we go.
I know, it's
Let's
so
make
crazy.
it bigger and maybe badder in a good way than last year.
I think so. I think we've got a lot of things on the horizon and a lot of fun to be had here in the off season and the Scarywood season.
Yes.
So lots of that coming. But today we're kind of wrapping up this season of Silverwood. And we're going to talk a little bit about those community appreciation weekends so people understand what exactly those are, where the money's going, who it's benefiting. And I got to sit down yesterday with a couple incredible guests from 3rd Avenue Marketplace, which is the food bank in Post Falls, and kind of tell some stories about where all of those donations end up going and how you're benefiting this community. So I'm looking forward to sharing that with everybody. But
I know. I wish I could have been here. I was not around for that, unfortunately.
Jordan's in Scarywood.
I'm in Scarywood mode.
Oof, yeah.
I'm wearing my Scarywood shirt.
You are. I saw that.
Yeah, it's definitely Scarywood season for me, so I've been out and about. But we've been doing this food donation for a long time.
Yeah.
It's evolved over the years from actually bringing a can of food to the park to now just donating money, not just, but donating some money of admission tickets and all that stuff. So it's been great, and it's always so fun to go and sit down and give those checks to the people who really pass it on to those who need it most right now, and especially with the holiday seasons coming up. And it's always a great time to be able to catch up with them. So I'm excited to hear what you guys talked about.
Excited. I'm so excited for a couple weeks from now to be able to hand over that check again. Those checks, I should say, and get to see all of those happy faces. And there's some tears that I think are shed every single year. So hopefully we can do that too. And I'll probably drag you into 3rd Avenue Marketplace one of these days because they want to give us a tour. Maybe we'll get our hands dirty and do a little volunteering. So so we discussed that too. But let's kick things off with the Park Pulse.
Park Pulse.
So let's just get into the grit of
The
what
grit and the
community. Not yet, Jordan. We're not.
Okay.
I know you're in Scarywood mode.
Sorry,
but
I thought that's what
yet.
you. Okay, got it. I thought that's what you're going with. When you say grit, I'm gonna go grime.
Grit and grime. So grit. Well, grits.
Grits is.
I mean,
it could be. Yeah,
you never know. But community appreciation weekends. We got 2 more, right?
Yes.
And last weekend was our first. Correct? I don't even know what day of the week it is anymore. But so $4, correct, off of every general admission ticket sold is going to those food banks, and then $1 for youth and senior, correct?
Yes.
So if you're coming in, not only are our ticket prices cheaper right now because we are in the no Boulder Beach part of the season. What are they, 44?
45. And then you can save some money by purchasing them online.
Okay, perfect.
Yeah.
So you're getting a discounted ticket. Part of your ticket is going to our local food banks.
Yeah.
And it's September, and it's just a great time to come to the park.
Right. Yeah. I mean, September for locals, if you can drive out, this is like the time for that because really there's not a lot of people coming to the park. It's been pretty manageable.
Yeah.
Especially Sundays. I know we keep preaching on Sundays, Sundays. Come out to the park and enjoy like your last thrills of the season before we go dormant for the rest of the rest of the season. Besides Scarywood. Scarywood is one thing.
But that's how we go dormant because the dead arise.
They do arise.
And so there's that. But I also want to kind of point out our last blog post from one of our Silverwood conductors. She talked about the benefits of coming in the rain. And so there's a higher chance of rain this time of the year. And I thought it was a great blog post to kind of show off how fun the park can be when the weather's not, super, super hot. Although it's been super, super hot. So go check that out at silverwoodexpress.com. And let's talk Scarywood, Jordan.
Okay, there we go.
I know you're like shaking. You're like,
I got it.
Scarywood.
I got to get out there.
I got to talk about it. So tell us all the things. You've been so busy. What have you been doing?
Well, a lot. There's been a lot going on. Our episode next time is going to be fully devoted to Scarywood, right? So we'll probably bring Rayanne back.
You could bring Rayanne?
Let's bring Rayanne back, and we'll talk about everything that's new, specifically with Scarywood.
Are we going to do it in Blood Bayou again?
We'll probably do it in here.
Can we decorate?
Maybe.
Can we bring masks?
No.
Jordan.
It's a podcast.
Yeah,
I know.
with video.
I know.
See,
but
you can't say it's a podcast
I know,
anymore
that's true.
because I'm bringing masks and I still might decorate.
Well, yeah, we might show some As long as they're okay to show.
Oh yeah, no. We won't scare the
Okay,
children
great.
like we did last year with Blood Bayou.
Okay.
We might have scared the children. But anyway, so we'll bring Rayanne in and discuss kind of how things
I think
are
everything
going.
that's new. I mean, we're right now in training season, so
Yeah.
we had orientation last night.
How'd it go?
Great. We have
Yeah.
a lot of people showing up, which
Yeah.
is good. We have over 250 actors right now.
Wow.
That we're going to put through Scare School tonight.
Mm-hmm.
Get them in the groove of scaring and what we do
Yeah.
to do that safely and how we teach that. So there's lots of techniques that we have, and then we do some fun activities, and then we're into attraction training. We have a dry run coming up after the park closes on the 27th. We do a dry run with all of our actors, get them all through costume, like dress rehearsal. And then it's opening week, and October 3rd is that opening night.
Big day. That's the big day.
Yeah.
So I'm so excited. And we're running through the first
Second.
weekend.
First weekend.
I try to say second and weekend.
Second. It's November 2nd is our last day.
Yes. And we are not open Halloween because we want our Scarywood people to be able to go enjoy their favorite holiday.
And nobody comes to the park on Halloween.
No, because you're
And if they do come to the park, they are causing a lot of chaos.
Yeah, exactly. Too many blood bags.
Yes,
Yes.
right.
So, and those are back.
Those are back. We have new options this year, so we're gonna go all in on all of this. I know you're excited about it.
So excited.
But there's new things. There's we've talked about the swine bigger and badder this year, so that's really taking shape right now.
Is Pig Mama going to be on our podcast?
Oh man.
She told me she was going to bring you cookies if you allowed this.
Maybe.
So I told her I would talk about it directly on air so
Wow.
that you were obligated.
I'm not gonna give you a direct answer. Maybe.
This is how Pig Mama operates, though. She has no filter.
I know.
Yeah.
I know. That's
Yeah.
what scares me.
I know. She did it last year.
No, she'll be fine.
Yeah.
She'll be fine.
Jordan, I want free cookies.
I do want free cookies too,
Okay.
but I get free cookies from her
Anyway.
anyway. Yeah. So it's not a big bribe right there.
Yeah. We need her.
Okay.
We need her. We'll interview some of our favorite monsters.
Yeah, and people that you'll see.
Yes.
Maybe you've seen them on our billboards
Yeah.
too, because we have new billboards that are going to be going out. Our advertising starting to pick up. It's that time of year.
It's that time of the year. So here we go. So that's Park Pulse. Let's just head right into the mail train.
Mail train.
All right, y'all. Still keep signing up. In fact, Jordan, I was going to ask you this off air, but I'm going to ask you on
Great.
air.
Okay.
Should we start a new loyal listener list, or do we just keep adding?
We just keep adding.
Keep adding. Okay, I wasn't sure. It was season 2, like what to do.
No, let's keep adding.
Okay, we're going to keep adding. So if you are joining us maybe now during the Scarywood season and you didn't join us during the Silverwood season, make sure to sign up as a loyal listener at silverwoodthemepark.com/podcast, or send us those questions at podcast@silverwoodthemepark.com, and you just might get lucky and we might answer your question on air or give you a call for a chance at Silverwood. Are we going to be giving away Scarywood tickets?
I think we could give both.
Yeah?
Not
Okay.
not either or.
Either or. Okay,
yeah, depending on if they're
perfect.
local and they're coming out and they want to
Okay.
come out.
I like that. Okay, good deal. And their chance at $75 in Silverwood Cash.
Silverwood Cash.
So, okay, so let's kick things off with the questions right now. Gail M. wants to know, what are the benefits of going to Silverwood in September? And obviously, so many. No lines. It's great. The lines are very, very short. For me personally, it's the weather.
It's good weather.
It's so great. I tend to get overheated.
Yeah,
and
September
so,
I think is one of the best weather months because it's not that 90 plus.
Yeah.
We've had great weather
Yeah.
over the last couple weeks, and so come out and enjoy that like upper 70,
75
low
and
80.
sunshine,
Yeah.
and it's nice and cool and crisp in the morning, and yeah, it's the time of the year. It's my favorite time of the year out here. And then of course, because some of those donations, or those ticket prices are going to turn into donations to the food banks. And that's the main reason. Get out here so you can help this local community. I just love how our North Idaho communities kind of just come together when it comes to this kind of stuff. So it's a need that's definitely apparent right now. And I talked to them about that. You'll hear that coming up in the big drop. But I want to beat last year.
Okay.
Last year
Let's
we
do
had
it.
like a little over 38,000.
Yes.
I want to hit 40.
We're gonna need some good attendance coming up.
Yeah, we definitely are.
Yes.
So that's where this comes into play. So we need you guys' help to make that happen. So get out here and join us at the park. So thank you, Gail. That's a great question. Taylor S. wants to know, do the scare actors at Scarywood get to design their own characters? Kind of.
I would say yes and no.
Yeah.
Design, I think we definitely take their input on things. They get to create the backstory of their character and kind of get their character unique to them. But I mean, a lot of the masks are already made.
Yeah.
If they're in a mask, they can have input on some of their face makeup if they're in makeup. But we really have looks for areas, and so as long as they're operating within those boundaries, then I think we will accommodate that.
Yeah.
But we've had people here for 13 years. A lot of people are pushing 8, 9, 10 years, and they really developed. They are their character, and so over the years, it's evolved into what they are today. And I don't think we could actually use that character as anybody else because it is them.
Yeah, and certain. I mean, like Fruity Pebbles, she got to wear a couple different outfits last year. So depending on which zone you're in,
special.
I am special. But you go into the wardrobe area and you get to like basically like shop your outfit.
Yeah.
Depending on what your character is, and it's so cool. It's like a giant like thrift shop.
It is,
and I could just
pretty
spend
much what it is.
hours
Exactly.
in there.
Yeah.
So yes, very. I think in a way, for sure, they get to mentally design who they want to be.
That works. We'll mentally design.
Yeah. So
whatever makes them feel good.
Because I remember a girl asking you last year if she could, be a female pig with a little bow and like things like that. So you're always listening to their input and making those decisions accordingly. So so we'll see that hopefully this year at Scarywood. And do we have new characters?
We have lots of new characters.
Lots of new characters. Oh, that's exciting. Okay, so we'll save that for later, but that's a little cliffhanger for you. So thank you, Taylor. Great question. And then Zeke K. What do you guys use for the fake blood at at Scarywood, and how much do you go through?
Whoa. I think that depends on what kind of blood we're talking about, because there's some that is more cosmetic, meant for makeup.
Which is in every color of blood. You've got dried blood, fresh blood, rotten blood, all the bloods.
Very different, various different shades. And then we have the blood that we use on props, which is not meant for makeup. So that's called perma blood, because it's always meant to stay that like glossy wet color feel. So there's that. We go through a lot. I don't know if I have
What about the stuff?
Chum?
The nasty stuff.
The
chum? The chum.
The chum, which is, I guess, edible. They can put it in their mouth and like drool it out or chew on it and all that kind of stuff. And I think we just get a bucket of it.
Yeah.
A bucket of chum.
A bucket of chum. So for those who are still wondering what that is, if you've ever seen our zombies at Scarywood,
just drooling.
They usually are drooling blood, and that's probably a relevant question. Like, what is that, and why does it keep? Yeah. So I had no idea what it was last year. I remember I was like, what is that? And it's so gross. It like actually will give me a full on gag reflex. Like, ugh, no. So it's a bucket.
It literally comes in a bucket.
So do they just like scoop it out and like put it in their mouth?
They scoop it out and they have like their own little bucket, like a little not bucket, but like a small
little
container,
shot glass or something.
Pretty much. And then they pop it in and they let it drool.
And it stays in there all night.
Well, I don't know how they utilize it. Sometimes I think they take it out and they just use what we call a mouth goo, because there's that too.
Oh.
So it's not necessarily like a blood red, but there's like black, like sludge style.
The things
people come up with.
And people don't realize like all that goes into these haunters. I mean,
they're dedicated.
They're dedicated.
Emphasis on the dead. Dedicated.
That was good. You get a high five for
Thanks.
that. High five. Good job. Okay.
Thanks. It's so hard to reach you from here.
I know. Right? It looks like it's not that far,
does.
but it actually
Depth perception.
is. So Zeke, great question. We hope you'll come out to Scarywood. Tickets are on sale now at scarywoodhaunt.com. So let's call this week's loyal listener.
We have a winner.
It is random number 1865 this week. So let's give him or her a call.
Hello?
Hey, is this Laura?
Yes, it is.
Laura, this is Sarah Jean and Jordan from the Silverwood Show podcast here at Silverwood Theme Park. How are you?
I'm doing good.
Good. Hey, guess what? You're this week's loyal listener and you won a pair of free Silverwood tickets.
Oh my gosh, I'm so excited. Thank you.
Oh, you're so welcome. Hey, would you like a chance at winning $75 in Silverwood Cash as well?
Sure.
All right. Why don't you play a little game with us here real quick, if you got a second?
Yep.
We're basically going to do this. I'm going to give you 5 true or false statements. You have a 50% chance of getting it right. Let me know if it's true. Let me know if it's false. Every time you get one right, you get $5. And then at the end, Jordan's going to play a little sound bite for you of one of the rides here at the park. And if you get that correctly, you'll get another additional $50. Sound good?
I've never been to the.
You've never been?
You haven't? Are you still there?
Oh no, did we lose her?
Oh no, did we lose Laura?
Yes, I'm still here.
Oh,
Okay,
I've
you're
never
still
been
there.
to the park.
Oh,
Oh.
this is a perfect opportunity then.
Okay, well,
Yeah.
Okay.
the soundbite might be hard. But
Yeah, we'll give you some tips and
Yeah.
some hints. How's that?
Okay.
We'll give you a multiple choice version
Yeah,
of that.
yeah, there we go. Okay, that's
Okay.
perfect. That's perfect. Okay, let's kick things off with your first true or false. Silverwood has been doing community appreciation weekends to benefit the local food banks for over 15 years.
Okay.
Is
Is
it
it true
true
or
or
false?
false?
True.
Yes.
See,
Nice job,
$5.
Laura.
It's easy, even if you
Easy
haven't been
peasy.
here.
Yeah. $5 in the bank. Okay, number 2. Scary Wood's first year was 2012.
I'm going to say yes.
Unfortunately, it was 2009. 2009.
Okay.
Can
You still have
believe
your
it?
$5.
Yes, you still got $5. On to the next one. Last year, Silverwood and our guests raised over $38,000 for our local food banks.
Yes.
Yay! Awesome. So you got $10. We're moving on to the next one. Okay, Heathcliff used to be the mascot for Silverwood.
No.
Correct.
Great job. It was Garfield.
Garfield used to be the mascot. Yes.
Oh, okay.
I was trying to confuse people with their cats there. So
Yes. It's all a guess.
It's all a guess. Well,
It
you're
is.
doing great.
You're doing great. You got $15 in the bank. So next question. 15, right?
Yep.
1, 2.
Yep.
Okay.
3 for 4.
Yes.
Stunt Pilot was initially meant to be built for a theme park in Kentucky.
False.
That's actually true.
Actually true.
Oh.
Yeah, we got
Yeah.
real lucky. So $15 in the bank. And now, Jordan, are you ready? And you're
I'm
ahead for
ready.
multiple choice
Yes,
options?
I have multiple choice
Okay, go
options.
ahead.
So I'm going to play a sound bite. This can be in either the water park or the theme park. It's going to be a quick sound bite, so listen closely, and then I'll give you some multiple choice. So here it comes.
That's great. I haven't heard it yet either.
Okay, so is that Aftershock, Panic Plunge, Spin Cycle, Tremors, or Corkscrew?
Trimmers.
Oh no, there we go. Unfortunately, it's not. But we're gonna move that one on to the next person. So we're not gonna give you the
Yes,
answer.
yes.
But thanks for trying.
Yes.
Good guess. I'll move on.
And we're going to give you a chance. You can either do tickets for the remainder of this season, or I can get those tickets to you for next season. But go ahead and think about that. I'm going to give you a call after the podcast, and we'll talk about you getting your tickets and your $15 in Silverwood Cash.
Great. Thank you so much.
Thank you so
Thank
much, Laura.
you.
Thanks for having fun with us today. Have a good one.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye. Yay, Laura. That was great.
That's great.
And
Never
now
been.
Yeah.
We love it when people have never been. We
Yeah,
get to give them some
Exactly.
tickets.
And then she can come here and then just become a regular like all the rest of them.
Exactly.
So a loyal visitor instead of a loyal listener.
There it is.
Yes. So they had to move on to the next
Yeah,
level
the next level.
eventually. So
Go down the funnel.
yeah. And so now, what do you say we bring in our very, very special guest that I interviewed yesterday? So
Yeah.
not really bring them
We're not
in,
bringing
but
them
bring
in.
in the big drop. That's
Yes.
what I'm trying to say. And talk a little bit about Community Appreciation Weekends.
The Big Drop.
And we are back with the Silverwood Show podcast. It is the Big Drop, and we've got 2 very special guests in with us today. They are both from 3rd Avenue Marketplace, and this is our Post Falls Food Bank. And I have got Brana and Steven. They're both here with us, and they're both integral parts of what happens over at 3rd Avenue. So why don't you guys introduce yourselves? Tell us a little bit about what you do over there, how long you've worked there, and let us know who you are. We'll start with Steve. Yeah.
Well, first of all, thank you for having us.
Oh, absolutely.
I'm Steven. I'm the warehouse manager
Okay.
over at the 3rd Avenue Marketplace. My job pretty much entails intaking food all day long, either putting it out on the market or storing it. And
Yeah.
it's a never-ending process.
I was going to say, you're definitely busy.
Yeah.
And you also mentioned as we were walking over here that you've got a little history here at Silverwood.
I do. I
Yeah?
think about 10, 11 years ago,
Yeah.
I used to work in the warehouse here.
That's awesome.
And this is where I actually learned how to warehouse. So I get to bring those skills to this new
Yeah.
career.
That's amazing. So that kind of probably kind of warms your heart a little bit too, that we have this connection with our community appreciation weekends, that you
Does.
came from here and now you get to kind of see where those donations and everything end up. So that's super special. And Brana, tell us about yourself.
Yeah, so I'm the volunteer coordinator and the development assistant
Okay.
at Food Bank. I've been there a little over 4 years. And so I do a mix of, so anybody pretty much that wants to volunteer at the food bank, whether individuals, companies, community service volunteers, they reach out to me and I kind of work with the team to figure out where we need help, what
Okay.
there'd be a good fit for. And then when it comes to development, helping with all of our fundraising events, a little bit with grants. So just making sure that the financial portion of the food bank is taken care of. So
I love that. And I got to meet you last year when we delivered that check. And definitely we had such a fun day. And so I'm really looking forward to getting to see you again this year at our big check delivery once those community appreciation weekends are over. But let's kind of talk a little bit about the name change. Let's let those listeners know right off the bat, because if anyone is thinking Third Avenue Marketplace, what is that? It is formerly the
Yes.
Post Falls Food Bank,
Yes.
correct? So
Yeah.
what kind of changed and what has changed over the last few years?
So legally, we're still Post Falls Food Bank,
Okay.
doing business as Third Avenue Marketplace. So we still go by both names. And the idea of the name change came to the previous director, Leslie. She retired this year. Just trying to get rid of some of that stigma that's associated with getting help from a food bank. And we had a lot of brainstorming and wrestling sessions if we should do the name change or not. And just because we want to be clear, we want people to know where they can go and get help, but also we don't want people to be ashamed of needing help. And one of the moments that I realized why the name change was good was we have like a little mini shopping cart. So
Yeah.
if a family comes with a little son or daughter,
Aw.
they can push their own cart and put their stuff in there. And I remember when I noticed one little boy pushing a cart, I was thinking if he tells his friends he went to the marketplace with his mom, that
be
sounds
cool.
much more normal than just saying he went to the food bank with his mom. So that's kind of, even though there is some confusion, are we a market like Pilgrims or are we a food bank? It might be all worth it just if it kind of helps little moments like
you
that.
said, break that stigma and let people know that you know it's normal and it's okay.
And the other part of the name change was actually us merging with the senior center. So
okay.
So we were years ago. The senior center approached the food bank board and said, "Could you guys help out? They were going through some hard time." And so for a little while, the food bank was running the food bank out of one building, the senior programs out of the building down the street.
Yeah.
And then they said, "Let's just put us all under one roof."
That's
So
great.
calling it just the food bank wouldn't be true because we have other programs, including senior lunches and weekend backpack and all the other stuff.
Hence the marketplace.
Exactly. So
Yeah.
it's a little bigger.
Okay. So to clarify that to everybody, they're in Post Falls, they're the food bank, but they go by Third Avenue Marketplace.
Yes.
So if you are, they're not going to have your gasoline, they're not going to have your, your treats for your road trip. But if you're in need of assistance, they're definitely a great place for you to stop. So, so you kind of mentioned events and stuff. I know that a lot of these community appreciation weekends, that funding can go to help a lot of those things. Do you guys have anything coming up soon? What's
So
next?
Our main fundraising event, Give Hunger the Bird, is coming up on October 11th.
Okay.
And that brings in like a third of the budget that it takes to run the food bank. And it's just a big party at the Stancraft Jet Center that's happening on October 11th.
Okay.
So if people want to support us in additional ways, attending that event is great.
How can they get tickets?
So they can go online on thirdavenuemarketplace.org, click on our events tab, or even just on the homepage and buy tickets. You can come to the event, buy tickets at the door too, but ideally people should buy tickets ahead of time.
Yeah.
And then an additional event is September 27th. Bunker Bar is throwing a block party for us.
Fun.
So the Rub is playing.
We all love the Rub. Yes. Okay. I love it.
That's next Saturday.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, the
that's-
27th. Okay, perfect. Oh, fun.
Those are
And
the
that's
two
right there
big
in
ones.
Post Falls too, right? The
Yep.
one right across
Yep.
from like the gas station,
Yes.
right there. Okay. Okay. Perfect.
You don't need
That
to buy
sounds like
tickets for
fun.
that. You can just show up and support us. so.
Okay, good deal. It sounds like a party.
Mm-hmm.
I like how you guys operate. Any other details on that Standcraft event?
Is there anything I forgot? We have a large silent auction,
Yeah, okay.
live auction. We usually have anywhere between 300 to 400 people that attend.
Nice.
We're going to have live music this time. Rad Fondue is playing. It's a
Fun.
so it'll be kind of a fun vibe.
Okay.
And great food vendors from Manja Catering to Angelo's and My Sushi Sensei and
okay.
Garnet Cafe. There's their magical like lemon curd creations and so it's,
Okay.
you will
That
not
stuff's
leave
delicious.
hungry.
You will, yeah, right? It's so good. Okay, well, if you guys want to get your tickets, that's another great way to support Third Avenue Marketplace, Post Falls Food Bank, however you want to call it. But let's dig a little bit into Community Appreciation Weekends. For any of the listeners who maybe don't realize what we do here at Silverwood every September, our final 3 weekends of the month after Labor Day are basically for the food banks. And so not only are your tickets discounted, but you also have $4 of that ticket going towards the Post Falls Food Bank and the other local food banks in the area. And so we have the best check distribution day where we all meet up at the end of the season and we give them their checks. And last year it was around $38,000 over that was raised by you guys, our community, in those tickets. And so it's such a great deal. And I know that a lot of our community, I get it question all the time, like what is Community Appreciation Weekends, like what is happening, how are you appreciating us? So why don't you guys let us know kind of how that money is used and how it definitely helps the community around us.
Let me jump in.
I can. So it really helps us out because when people donate to the food bank, they think all we need is only food.
Yeah.
But this money helps keep the lights on, the gas in the truck, and just helps us function as like a business that just doesn't make money.
That makes those monetary donations it gives you a little more choice
Yeah.
in the direction and the need of what's going on right now and where it's going to end up. And so, do you remember how last year's funds were spent?
So I think they went to the general fund, which goes to like Steven said, just funding general operations, going anywhere. Sometimes the funds will go towards purchasing food, especially for programs like our Weekend Backpack program, which is the.
Tell us a little bit about that.
Yeah, so that's our food program for kids in need in the Post Falls School District. So we work with all the different schools in Post Falls, and the counselors and teachers at each school will tell us how many kids they have on the list that they know could benefit from weekend food. So trying to get food that kids will actually eat and that's actually nutritious for them means we sometimes majority of the food we have to purchase. So it's probably the biggest chunk of money when it comes to purchasing food comes for that program. So,
that's so great.
Trying to buy applesauce and oatmeal and peanut butter and things that we know kids like, but that they will actually
eat.
They will have, eat, and then they will be good for them.
Yeah,
so
exactly.
that-
Brain fuel.
Yes, if we buy food for any program, that's the main one that we'll end up
And
purchasing.
we've actually doubled the amount of kids we've helped since last year.
Oh, wow.
We're at about 350 right now.
So you've already doubled.
Yeah,
So the
within
need
1
is
year.
definitely growing. And I
Yeah.
do remember last year when we were discussing things, you had told me that you had fed basically more families or assisted more families in a month than the previous year. And so what's things looking like right now? How is the need?
We were crunching numbers before we came here. Steven's numbers guy.
Yeah. So the amount of people that is coming in is about 20% more.
Okay.
And the amount of food we're getting in is more than last year.
That's
But
good.
it's only 10%.
Okay. So we're still not
we're
quite
still
meeting
not
that
right- yeah.
need.
We're
Okay.
Still behind a little bit.
Okay. And that's where you guys who are listening, that's where your help can come in. And so,
Very much so.
and why not come have a great time at Silverwood,
Right.
knowing you're going to be also doing good for the community. And it's something we've been doing now for over 15 years, and it's not slowing down anytime soon. And we definitely, I know I have a personal kind of challenge that I want to beat last year's number so bad. I want to hit at least that $40,000 mark. So, so this is me challenging you, listeners, loyal listeners out there. What a great way to kick off season 2 of the Silverwood Show podcast. Then helping reach this goal and helping our local food banks, because we are heading into the holiday season and we know that times can get really rough around that as well. What are you guys kind of looking for right now aside from those monetary donations?
So food-wise, things we always need.
Well, tuna, cereal, all the time, all year round.
Okay.
But since the holidays are coming up, as you mentioned, anything like olive, stuffing, just all the essentials. We do hand out turkeys and hams during the holidays. So we're just looking to alleviate some of that financial burden during those times, and maybe they can buy their kids a few extra presents or something.
Yeah, I love that.
Soups,
I love it so much.
during
Soup.
the cold season.
It is soup season.
Jelly.
Okay, yeah, absolutely. I've been craving soup like crazy, so I can only imagine that everybody is. But is there, just like any type of soup, just canned
hearty
foods?
I know we always say we like hearty soups, things
Okay.
that hopefully have some protein and other nutrients in it. We'll take, any soups,
Anything,
but if we can provide as much good nutrients, that's the best.
Like those, what are they, like Progresso ones
Yes.
with them
Yeah.
thick and
The
meaty
chicken,
or whatnot? Yeah. Okay, that makes sense. Okay, I'm putting some things on my shopping list. And so now, if people did want to drop that off, what's the process of that? How does someone come, even if they just want to come write a check or whatnot? What's the deal? How do you do it?
Well, if you're going to write a check, you can just come to the lobby in the front of the building and just ask the lobby person, hey, can I talk to Brana?
Yeah. Okay.
And if you're going to make a food donation, it's actually at the back of the building.
Okay.
There's a bunch of shopping carts there. Can't miss them.
Okay.
And then just ring the doorbell and we'll be happy to take it.
And then they get to meet you guys.
Yeah.
And so, we got some local celebrities here. So this is your chance to not only help the community, but come meet Brana and Steven.
Yeah.
So I want to ask you guys, you've been in this industry. You've probably seen an abundance of stories and an abundance of feel-good, stories. And that's kind of how I wanted to kick off the season was let's feel good about things. I know that there's some craziness going on in our world right now, and we just want everybody to come together for a greater cause. And I think this is a great one to do just that. So could you guys share some stories with me of maybe some instances where the food bank or the community appreciation weekends or anything just in your past that warmed your heart and was completely unforgettable?
I think we were brainstorming and we were trying to remember some of the stories from the last couple years, and a couple came to mind. I'll do a few and then you jump in. So we help a variety of people. It could be, young families. It could be elderly. It could be homeless. And we have one particular guest has very intense mental health issues and is homeless and is an elderly woman. And so going through a hard time, family lives far away. Anytime they've tried keeping her home, she leaves. So it's just a tough situation. But every couple weeks, she'll come in on a Wednesday or Friday, and she knows that if she comes in on a Wednesday or Friday, she will get a beautiful lunch that's as part of our senior cafe program. And she will actually take that plate and go sit down with one of our case managers and just share that meal and chat and stay there as long as she wants. She can hang out in the lobby. We can get her water. She can hang out outside. So she makes a whole day out of it. And for someone in her situation that's so kind of complex and tough, it's nice that she knows that we were there. That at least that once or twice, that she knows she can come in and she'll get food and she'll have a conversation and she'll have familiar faces that are there.
Have family. Honestly, exactly. Have family. Yeah, something that she just.
And in the wintertime, sometimes it might mean figuring out where she's sleeping. Does she need usually in the wintertime, our homeless are taken care of with the warming shelters and stuff, but we'll make sure she has warm clothes and other stuff to just be okay.
And just you guys being kind of that point of contact for that assistance.
Yes.
You're not just handing out just food. You're handing out feelings and safety and care in every way that you can. So
and even resources. That's what we're trying to do. We have our role of our case manager is to, because we know everybody that enters our door, food isn't the only thing that they're facing. So for some people, it might be that's all help they need, but there are many others who need more. So it's connecting them to other resources. So it's being connected to all the other nonprofits that maybe help with rental assistance, gas, clothing, whatever it is, and for people to feel comfortable enough to say what they need help with, and then for us to try and connect the dot between them and that other organization that can help them.
Well, and that's huge by itself
Yes.
because it's so hard just even walking in the door that first time.
Yes.
So if you have to go to multiple places,
Yes.
you know, then you have
It'd be
to
frustrating.
reignite that nervous system again. And just to be able to go to one person who's ultimately going to help you with everything,
Yes.
that makes a huge difference. So you
Yeah.
guys are amazing for doing that.
And it takes so many people. Like,
Yeah.
like it takes, you're right, it takes staff, it takes so many wonderful volunteers, and
Yeah.
some of the best stories come from our volunteers. And like, our market works like, so when people come in, they get to shop just like at a regular grocery store, but they use points instead of money. So
Okay.
different family sizes have a certain number of points they can use.
Okay.
And so when they're done, just like at the grocery store, you check out.
I love that.
And so there's 2 volunteers always there, and the relationships that those volunteers form with our guests are wonderful. And sometimes we'll like a couple months ago, we had one volunteer who was telling me, I was taking one of the guests to surgery because she had no family nearby, and she needed someone to take her to surgery, pick her
Yeah.
back up. And we were like, I mean, nobody asked her to do that. We would never.
She just went out of her way.
Yeah,
to-
she just had a special bond with this guest
Yeah,
that came a couple times a month and just formed a friendship. And
I mean, I know my checkout lady. You know what I mean?
See?
So yeah, the more normal
Exactly.
that you can make that feel and the more
Exactly.
comfortable, the better. Yeah,
Exactly.
she always asks me, she's like, did you go to church this weekend? Or, you know, whatever. And it's like, she's just the cutest woman. And there was a guy in front of me in line the other day that she was like, did you ride your bike to work today, Bill? And just, she knows everything about everybody.
exactly how
So
it is.
yeah, that's a wonderful feeling. And that's going to keep them coming back, you
Yes.
know, and hopefully give them that hope and that courage to find their way,
Yes.
you know. So that's wonderful. I didn't even know that you guys did that. So
Yep.
that's great. That's
we have
great.
multiple checkout ladies and
Yeah,
gentlemen that
yeah.
that make a lot of people's days just by.
Do you want to give any shout outs?
Oh yeah. Oh my
Go
gosh.
ahead. Yeah.
Vi is a checker. Vi and Trish are a great team.
Bye,
Them
and
two are
Trish. We
always-
love you.
Yes.
Yeah.
We have Denise, who's there on Mondays.
Denise.
She has a new volunteer helper now, Cindy and Linda.
Okay.
Then we have who's on Friday? Well, on Fridays we have Casey and Quinn, and then Gloria is on Fridays.
Yeah.
We have John Tuesday afternoons, and Genesis and Max are a team on
Yeah.
Thursdays, and they're all
Okay.
beautiful.
Oh.
Brenda too.
Oh yeah, Brenda on Fridays. Sorry.
Well, you're not
Shout out
forgotten,
Brenda.
Brenda. Maybe
Sorry,
we're saving
Brenda.
the best for last. That's all,
Exactly.
right? Yeah, exactly. So to that whole team, thank you for doing what you do because you're making an impact. You're making a difference in the lives of our community. And so, yeah, and you too. And I know you've got a story I can tell.
I do have one
Yeah.
amazing story.
Okay, tell me.
So, we had this volunteer who was actually volunteering while living out of her car,
What?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
and she's been with us at least a year and a half now, maybe.
Yeah, yeah.
But I've got to see her progress from volunteering out of her car to getting housing with a little help from our case manager.
Mm-hmm.
And then she bought a new car.
Yeah.
Yep. And now she's out on the Oregon coast having a great vacation. It was just a
Oh, my
huge come up
gosh.
story.
Yeah, that's fantastic.
Yeah.
And it's all starting right there. And
Yeah.
then how selfless for her to want to come volunteer on
Exactly.
top of. I mean, that's just
She deserved it.
Blessings on
and
blessings,
every
yeah.
time she tried to go forward, they tried to knock her back, and she didn't give up. It's just one of those amazing stories.
Oh, I love that. See, and that's the difference. Again, listeners that you're listening, that's the difference that this makes in this community, and not just community appreciation weekends. Yes, of course, we want you to come out to Silverwood, have a great time, but there are just so many ways. And so let's talk a little bit about some of the ways that they don't have to actually donate something monetary or physical. Volunteering is always a great way to help out. Do you guys have needs for volunteers?
Yes, we
All the
always-
time?
Always, anytime, especially. It kind of varies where we have openings, and
Okay. Like
we
you
always
said, you're kind of
Tetrising.
placing them
Yes.
like a puzzle
Yes.
a little bit.
and
yeah.
making sure that we have enough people, but not
Yeah.
too many, and
Yeah.
just kind of finding that balance. But we always have a need for consistent weekly volunteers. Those
Okay.
are like the foundations of
Yeah.
all the work that gets done, because they know what's happening.
Yeah.
They can guide new volunteers. They can guide those more short-term volunteers.
Mm-hmm.
Then Saturdays, actually, we are in need. We're trying to get more. So Saturdays, we have a group of Knights of Columbus from
Okay.
St. George's Church. They drive our truck so that we wouldn't have to pay anybody to drive on
Yeah.
Saturdays. And they
Okay.
go between 7 a.m. and 1 p.m. and pick up food from all the different grocery stores.
That's amazing.
And some of the guys are getting a little bit older, so
Yeah.
we're trying to get a younger group of people who are who dare to drive our truck. You don't need a special license or anything. You just need to be willing to drive a big truck.
All right.
And it's usually just one Saturday out of a month that we actually need it. It's not every Saturday.
Well, we'll call this kind of like a casting call then.
Yep. Yes.
So calling all volunteers who would be interested in doing a Saturday a month to go drive and pick up food at the local grocery stores for the food bank. Please reach out to you, right?
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
So do they email you or?
They can call, they can email, they can show up, and we'll give them the volunteer application. They can in whatever way they reach out, we'll try and connect.
They can bang on the window.
Okay, perfect. Or you can reach out to me. Also, I mean, this is a great way to do it. Reach out to me and I can forward any emails. So you can email PR or podcast at silverwoodthemepark.com and I'll make sure to get those in the right direction just in case someone's not listening. But oh my gosh, what else did I have on here, you guys? You've definitely answered so many of my questions, and I know that I need to come in still and have a tour because we talked about this. No, and so I've been spending a little time in Post Falls lately, so maybe I should sign up too to potentially do some volunteering because I would love to be a part of that. And so let's make that a challenge too. So you guys, if I go sign up to volunteer, I want to see how many of you I can recruit with me. So let's see if we can make this happen. So let's see what else. We talked about what you're in need of. Gosh, we talked about volunteers. So I guess it's time to talk some fun things. I mean, not that this isn't fun.
We like fun.
But I do want to know how you guys like Silverwood. I kind of want to get some tips and whatnot from you. We're not going to move on to the scoop yet. But I would like to know, have you guys been to Silverwood before? Obviously you have, but have you just worked? Have you played?
I have played and worked.
Okay.
Multiple.
Yes, okay. So he loves it. So, okay, tell me, what's your favorite ride or attraction?
Honestly, I'm scared of roller coasters. I've ridden all of them. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
But I'd say my favorite ride would be the corkscrew.
Okay.
Quick, simple, little adrenaline rush.
Did you know it turned 50 this year?
No, I did not.
Had a big golden birthday this year, so we'll have to get you on corkscrew. All right, Brana, have you been?
I've been twice.
Okay.
And I'm also kind of a scaredy cat when it comes to roller coasters.
Yeah.
I did go to a couple of them, the Tremors.
Yeah.
And that was intense. Cool. I love the little train.
Yeah.
I was most impressed by the water park because I lived in California before moving here, and I never went to a water park. And you would think California would have more water parks than Idaho, but no.
Ours is just the best.
I was kind of horrified on it was like the tube ride when you're with multiple people on the tube.
Avalanche Mountain.
Yes.
Yeah.
It was fun, but I was like, will my spine break? But it didn't.
It had a great time, right? That has become that's Jordan and Mai's favorite as well. We tested all of all the water park attractions in about 2 hours one day, and for those listening, you can check that out on 2 episodes back of the Silverwood Show podcast. But it was a lot of fun. So so Avalanche Mountain,
yes, and I think Silverwood is better than Six Flags or Disneyland.
That's the shout out we want. I love that.
It is. It's more. It's so clean.
Yeah.
It is so wonderful. It has like the magic of theme park, but it doesn't have the kind of
the chaos.
The chaos of it. Yes.
Yeah.
It's really beautiful.
And that landscaping, right?
Yes.
We were talking about that walking up here. It's just so pretty when the park. I wish everybody could experience this park when there's nobody in it because it's just you notice the little things like the flowers and the smells and the bees and all the things. And so, so we'll just have to get you guys back out. Hopefully, we can have you out one of these weekends before the season ends or sometime next year. Gosh. On that note, it's time for our inside scoop. And Jordan normally plays like an ice cream truck sound. Oh, I think I have it. Wait. Are you ready? Isn't that cute? Yeah. So this is the big scoop. And so I know, Brana, you don't have quite as much experience, you know. You've worked here, Stephen. But I'd like to get a super secret insider tip from each of you as to the best way to kind of maneuver the park, especially if they're coming for one of these final 3 weekends.
I know these final 3 weekends attendance is a little low.
Or 2 weekends, actually. Sorry, don't listen to me, guys. 2 weekends. 2 weekends, yeah.
But still, I think the best trick is to show up here and immediately run to the roller coaster alley.
Yeah.
You beat the lines, you get your adrenaline rush, You come back, grab an ice cream cone, and then enjoy the rest.
And ice creamery. One of the signature scoops as big as your face. One of those, the
Oh,
5
really?
scoop signature scoops. Yeah, those are so good. Don't miss out on the signature scoop with the ice creamery. And yeah, that's honestly a great way to do it. Go to Tremors, check out the new seismic upgrade, and then make your way back. So, and Stephen would know because he worked here and he's seen this place empty, full, all the things. So, and Brana, what are you thinking?
I just think that showing up, doing one of these community appreciation weekends would be a wonderful tip, and I hope that as many people as can will do it. I think it's impressive the amount of money that gets raised in just those 2 weekends, and I remember it is impressive. It already shows the community's wonderful.
Well,
the
it's
community
3
loves Silverwood.
weekends, but we only have 2 weekends left.
Okay,
So, yeah,
okay,
that's
so
where I
3.
know I'm so confused. Once we get to this kind of the year, I am like, what day of the week is it? But especially when we don't have the park open. So, those listening too, we are only open weekends. So, it's Saturdays and Sundays only. And again, those tickets are cheaper because the water park's not open. So, not only are the tickets cheaper for this kind of the year, let me just tell you, this is my inside scoop. I love September at Silverwood. It's not as crowded. Kids are back in school, and so you can come out on the weekend, and it's just the fresh air, and the leaves are starting to turn, and it's just a whole different kind of environment here in the fall. And it gets warm during the day, but it's still kind of cool and crisp in the mornings. And yeah, you're paying less, and $4 of those tickets are going to our local food banks. $1 off of our senior and youth tickets are going to the local food banks. So let's challenge them one more time. Get out here this weekend. If you can't get out here, head over, volunteer, monetary donations, food donations, anything you can do to help over at 3rd Avenue Marketplace, or any of our local food banks for that matter, because we're all hand in hand working together on this. But thank you so much, guys, for coming in.
Thank you for
And
having me.
I hope to see you both here in just a couple weeks with a big, giant check in my hand. And we'll post that picture for everybody. And until next time, if you want to be our next loyal listener, or be someone that we call for the mail train, make sure to sign up at Silverwood Theme Park /podcast, or shoot us an email at podcast@silverwoodthemepark.com. We'll see you next week. And that's a wrap on this week's ride. Thanks for tuning in to The Silverwood Show. If you had a blast, make sure to subscribe, leave us a review, and share the fun with your fellow thrill seekers. Got a question, story, or suggestion? Send it our way to podcast@silverwoodthemepark.com for a chance to be featured in our mail train segment. Until next time, keep your hands and feet inside the podcast and stay thrilling.